Hey everybody, you did it. You made it to the final day of high school, so congratulations. I uh, I don't want to keep you sitting and watching a video all day, so I'm gonna keep this one pretty short. And basically, I just want to share two pieces of my heart. Two things that are extremely important to me. The first one is the gospel. You know, if we go all the way back to the beginning of the year and remind ourselves of Romans 1:16 where it says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God unto salvation for everyone that believes, for the Jew first, and also for the Gentile." Um, we've been given this great privilege to share this message that is so powerful, and a lot of times we don't do it for whatever reason. But I just want to encourage you. There are people who are lost and dying and going to hell because they are dying in their sins. They've not accepted the forgiveness that is being offered to them, and sometimes it's because they just don't know, and we have a responsibility to tell them. So I hope you would think about that. Um, I hope that you will be encouraged to go out and share as often, as clearly, as simply as you can, so that we can be a part of what God's doing and leading people to Himself. The other side of that is that it's entirely possible that some of you have made it all the way through your senior year or even your ICSB career without having trusted Christ. And I want to let you know that it's not too late. The Bible is very clear: "Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved." And so, if you've never trusted Christ and you want to do that, please call upon the name of the Lord. If I can help you with that or answer any questions with that, as I've said time and time again, please let me know, and I'll I'll do what I can to help you understand it or answer your questions or work through it with you. So just keep that in mind. The other thing that is very important to me is discipleship, and we didn't really do much with that this year in terms of using the word. We we probably didn't do a whole lot of discipleship, and the reason for that is because we're teaching. And I don't want to do a disservice to the word discipleship by saying that, if I tell you about prayer or your spiritual gifts or things like that, that I'm discipling you, because it's not necessarily true. You might be becoming a little bit more like Christ, but you also might just be, taking a class and trying to get an A. So um, I think there needs to be a big distinction between, uh, being a Christian and being a good Bible student and discipleship. In the Bible, we are told that unless you hate your mother and father and brother and sister, um, unless you take up your cross and follow Christ, then you cannot be His disciple. And a lot of us are real good at the Christian thing, but we're not so good at the discipleship. Um, I'm willing to take my faith to a certain level, but don't ask me to go beyond that. And um, that makes me sad because I absolutely love the concept of discipleship, and I love that God has called me to Europe, to Hungary, to ICSB to try to disciple some people, and I'm glad to get to be a part of that. Uh, Sometimes I realize I have a long way to go still as well, and I feel completely inadequate, but it is what God's called me to, and I'm grateful for the privilege of trying to help train young men and women to be more like Christ, to get them to the point where they certainly can consider themselves to be a disciple. So it's not my goal to put my calling on your heart and on your mind, but I think the Bible is very clear that we should be sharing the gospel and we should be making disciples. So um, I want to help you with that still, even though you're finished in my class. And if there's anything I can do to help you, please, please, please just let me know. And other than that, I hope you have a great day. And I look forward to the next time we'll be able to get together. See ya.